You've got one, you know. Your imagination.
Hi, I'm Professor Barefoot, and we're here at the Hall of Science in New York City, and we're here to talk to you about not only how to play mini golf, but the science of mini golf. What forces are at play when you hit the ball, what makes the ball go faster or slower, why it seems to bounce in certain directions, all of the science behind a putt. We're here at Rocket Park Mini Golf at the Hall of Science in New York City. This is actually got a very cool science topic about this. So the material they use for the turfs for this course is different than normal mini golf courses. I don't know whether that means it's going to have a higher or lower coefficient of friction, but it will have a different coefficient of friction, which means that the ball will either roll slower or faster based on the interaction between the surface of the ball and the surface that is the turf. So this is a rubberized turf, so I believe it's going to be slow than what we usually putt on. Whereas there's also a lot of differences between the carpets they use on certain mini golf courses. Some are faster, some are slower. The slower ones have a higher friction, coefficient of friction. The ones that are faster would have a lower coefficient of friction, meaning that they generate less force of friction between the ball and the turf. So they're called, this first one, the launch window, because when they are launching rockets into space, you have a certain window where it's the best time to get the rocket because it'll have to travel the least distance to get to where you're going. So if you wanted to land a rocket on the moon, there's a certain window of time during the month that it would take, that would be the best time to launch a rocket to get to the moon, because the moon would be the closest it's going to be to the Earth. They have the thing spinning, and it's showing you that the window is between, it says launch. So it's counting down from 10, and then it says launch when the thing is at the bottom. Also, let's test my theory on this friction for this turf. Oh! All right, so it is slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is tough. There it is. Is there a hole, or that's just it? I did it. A 3? All right, science assistant Aaron, what have you learned so far?
So, I learned that there's certain times when Evan does bad at miniature golf, usually when he's distracted, and he didn't do well on this hole. And there isn't a hole.
There isn't a hole. Oh, he's done it. The little one has done it. That's a what? So, this one's called Blast Off. It's about, you need a certain amount of speed to get a rocket out of the atmosphere and up into space. So on this one it's saying you have to get the certain amount of speed up so that it falls into, I'm assuming this first ditch, but not too much that it goes past. This is calculated by the amount of force you hit the ball with your club. So you transfer your momentum of the putter head to the ball in a elastic collision, or something close to an elastic collision. Might be a 1. Nope. Oh! The friction got me. Got me so low. Science assistant Aaron?
Yeah, so blasting off this ball to drop in there to give me a hole-in-one and to better my score. I think that's what I'm learning.
Get out of here.
Just like that, science.
So hole 3 is called zero gravity. It's got the earth inside of a loop on the hole, which is a really cool design. It's actually playing on the idea of gravity being the centripetal force that keeps things orbiting. So the force of gravity between the earth and satellites and the moon and everything that orbits the earth is actually pulling towards the center of the Earth as it goes around, but there's nothing to slow down the objects, so they just stay at the velocity that keeps them going in circular motion. Centripetal force, here we go. Nope. Watch your foot, bud. Pretty mad.
Okay, centrifugal force, right? And
Not centrifugal force, though. That's not real.
Feudal force?
Centrifugal force is not real. Centripetal force is real.
All right, I'm gonna just send this guy.
Went off.
Nice, solid. I'm gonna take my penalty.
Get out of here. You gotta be kidding me. Mini golf, as I've obviously shown in this video so far, is a lot about friction and forces. This hole, it's clear to me, from just looking at it, the purple track is the one that's going to get you towards the hole-in-one, or get you towards the hole. The other track that is this rubber felt stuff is around that. That it looks like concrete, which means it's going to bounce a lot more, meaning the momentum is going to change directions a lot. The ball is going to ricochet around, and it's going to be a lot harder to get it up and around. So I think I'm going to have to hit it kind of hard to give it enough momentum, apply enough force to the ball to overcome the friction it's going to be dealing with. It's going to deal with less friction when it hits the concrete, so it'll speed up, but then it's also going to bounce around a lot more. Still doesn't even go in. After all that.
This is a really tough hole. I don't know what's gonna happen here, so.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, man.
I don't know what I'm doing either. I can't play mini golf today.
Ouch. Two!
So space docking is when a rocket will dock with the International Space Station, meaning it has to match its velocity just enough to get close enough so they can get to the same speed and be in the same position at the same time so they can lock onto each other. That is going to be like how you play this hole, because they've got rockets spinning and you've got to match the speed and get it right in the right spot so it'll get into one of these rockets. This is going to be brutal. Space docking's hard. So is mini golf, apparently.
Now we can also experiment by changing our water. So earlier we filled our rocket about up to here, right? So a little bit less than half. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to add more.
I have no luck.
To also kind of make some predictions. I think the hypothesis.
3. All right, assistant Aaron, science assistant Aaron, why are you playing so well?
You know what? I've channeled all the scientific theories and conundrums to play this course. So I'm learning from the best, honestly, and I think it's tough to be a teacher. It's easier sometimes to be a student. So I feel like I'm learning a lot right now, and this is tough. This one's tough.
So we had 3 different guesses, and all 3 people said that this rocket would go.
Okay, feeling good. Feeling good.
I swear if it goes in.
It might. It just might. Just might go in.
Does anyone remember how
Oh no, it stopped too.
Right, it took 5 pumps. So once again, that's all.
2 putts and 5 pumps.
5 pumps, 2 putts. All right, hole number 6 is called space junk. This is because we've actually created a huge amount of space junk, or space debris that orbits the Earth, and it's slowly becoming a worse and worse problem for satellites, for the satellites that control our cell phones, the satellites that we use for GPS and weather tracking, the International Space Station. They actually had a crack in the window of the International Space Station from a piece of debris that was only this big, shattered one of the outside panes of the International Space Station, and that section of the space station had to be evacuated.
So how's this mini golf related?
This has got stuff in the way. Also, because there's a bunch of space junk on this hole, there's a higher chance of having the ball hit something, which means the ball is actually going to give away some of its kinetic energy in that collision into the air as sound and heat, and lose some of its speed due to that. So if I can hit it fast enough, I can get it up there and maybe get a 1. I do know that there is a metal part up there, meaning the ball will roll differently on that because it has a different coefficient of friction. Oh, get out of here. What is that? Why did it stop? I'll take it too.
Space junk here. I'm going to put on my safety goggles because it's going to get a little crazy in here. It was a great shot. A lot of science involved with that shot, obviously, with the the coefficient and the velocity. What he said. Solid. Space junk. Boom. Boom. Mark 2.
So this is the gravity whip, hole number 7. A gravity whip uses the force of gravity between a ship and a planet or a moon to actually get something, speed it up, and sling it out farther into space. We actually do this with satellites all the time with telescopes on them, so we can look farther and farther out into space. So what I can do here with the mini golf ball and putter is I can send this up and around, and it'll follow the curve and hopefully come back inside this planet and get a 1. It's not my day. So my first hypothesis on this hole was to hit it up to the top. Did not play out well, tested it. It's using the scientific method, and it was a failure. So I'm gonna readjust my hypothesis and hit it lower. Is that, like, how do we determine if it's in the hole? It has to be in the planet?
Yeah, in the planet.
Cool, so a 3.
My scientific theory is that if I keep doing better than Evan, I probably will win this game. There's a lot of science involved, and I know things can kind of go over everyone's head. It's okay. That's why I'm here, to show you the practicality of all the science mumbo jumbo that Evan is trying to tell us. I'm sorry, Professor Barefoot.
That doesn't look good. Oh, maybe it does.
Oh yeah, it looks real good. Science. Science.
Re-entry angle, it's talking about, which we were talking a little bit about already, but this time instead of the friction between the carpet and the ball, it's talking about when a rocket returns to Earth, it has to come in at the right angle so that the force of friction between the air, or the drag between the ship and the air, slows it down so that it doesn't come hurtling down to the earth and smash. Much like if you hit your ball too hard and send it flying, it may smash off the course and go flying, and then you take a stroke penalty. Too much. It's coming all the way back. I know the science of mini golf. I'm not playing mini golf very well today. I'm going back the other way. There it is, and I'm in. Slowly circling. Friction's not my friend today. A 3.
Gotta re-enter the ball onto this angle back there. It's gonna get a little tricky.
Well, that's not it.
That's not it. That's definitely not it. That's not good
So
either.
you're telling me there's a chance?
That's not good either. Whoa. I think it's the goggles. Oh my God, it's backing up. You're kidding me.
Yo, that's because each one of those spots hits changing the direction of the momentum
Stop.
of the ball.
Stop ball.
There you
There
go.
it is. What was that? I don't even know the score anymore.
That's why we take a video.
Yeah.
The video knows.
Didn't even know.
Watch it sit.
I should just sit in there, yeah, right? Go in the hole. Oh, come on.
Welcome to my world. What was that?
I don't know.
So, splashdown is when we use the ocean for the rockets to land in, or in this case, they're showing just the pod the astronauts come back down in. So, you've got to hit it up. It's going to jump and make an arc, because once a object leaves the edge, it is a projectile. A projectile motion is always in a parabola shape. So it's going to go up. I think the goal is to get it as close to the Earth as possible there. I think we're going to make the official ruling. Earth is a 1. The ring below the Earth is a 1. The ring below that is 2. The ring below that is a 3. Take it 2.
All right, I'm gonna splash down in this end zone with the thing and just finish this off. I think I'm winning. I don't know what that means, but
I think it means you still win,
I think
but
I still won.
science. In
Science.
conclusion, when you are playing miniature golf, it is not just get the ball in the hole. There's actually every law of Newtonian physics is involved when you hit a ball and make it to the hole. And that's the science of mini golf.